Om Shambho Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Great friends, welcome you all another day with all gratitudes and salutations as well as congratulations and then the wishes and prayers. Very good pursuit of studying Upanishads going on every day. Continue. Shwethashwathara Upanishad, we are studying fourth chapter. What we are told here is now that the whole Prakriti is Maya, Bhagavan is MAAYI, and this MAAYI Bhagavan only with his Avayavas projected, imagined, is in the form of this entire universe. All this is after knowing that MAAYI to be the Brahman, the Atman, Satchit Ananda. Strength and knowledge. Visualize this on the seat of your dhyanam as your own anubhuti, then nothing remains but to live this knowledge or the experience. Once we understand all this, they will be easier only after understanding. Till understanding, it is all very tough, difficult because of so many hurdles to cross, milestones to pass through in our evolutions. In those evolutions, the abilities of the mind, intellect have to be made subtler and sharper. Then the intuitive understandings, then the abilities to accept the newer and higher understandings and give up or forego the earlier lower misunderstandings. All these things make it delayed in our spiritual evolution, and that's same for everyone. Nothing to feel worried, nothing to feel special at all. And like the Kagabosondiji is telling Garuda, don't feel that you are the only one deluded. Everybody is deluded. In Gita also we have seen Krishna says to Arjuna, Tvam eva upalabhe. Is it that you think you are the only one deluded? Don't feel even special in that regard. Everybody is like that only. Everybody is going through and growing through. So this topic about the great shloka very often quoted, Mayam tu prakritim vidyat, Mayinam tu maheshwaram, tasyavayava bhutaistu vyaptam sarvamidam jagate. Beautiful shloka. Its explanation only are the 9th, 10th, 11th chapters of Gita. In the 9th chapter, you can see, Mayam tu prakritim vidyat, all that. Mayadhyakshena prakriti suyate sacharacharam, etc. Then 10th, 11th chapter are telling us Tasya avayava bhutaistu vyaptam sarvamidam jagat. This knowledge has to be strengthened and we have to practice it outside and inside to remove all that which is opposite to this authentic knowledge, which is called ignorance. Let us see that. Before that, as every day, our Veda mantra ucharanam for 8 to 10 minutes, little of common sense thought discussion, Mangalacharana shloka, Shanti Sankalpa, Upanishad mantra ucharana, little bit, Upanishad Adhyayana. Okay. So in the Rigveda Ashtama Mandala, we have to do the Parayanam of 36th Anuvakam. Please take out. ॐ अथ वेदपारायणं ऋग्वेदः अष्टममण्डलम् अथ षट्त्रिंशत्तम अनुवाकादारभ्य ॐ हवितासि सुन्वतो वृक्तबर्हिषः पिबा सोमं मदायकं शतक्रतो यन्ते भागमधारयन् विश्वाः सेहानः पृतना उरुज्रयः समप्सुजिन्मरुत्वागम् इन्द्रसत्पते प्रावस्तोतारं मघवन्नवत्वां पिबासोमं मदायकं शतक्रतो यन्ते भागमधारयन् विश्वाः सेहानः पृतना उरुज्रयः समप्सुजिन्मरुत्वागम् इन्द्रसत्पते ऊर्जा देवा अवस्योजसा त्वां पिबासोमं मदायकं शतक्रतो यन्ते भागमधारयन् विश्वाः सेहानः पृतना उरुज्रयः समप्सुजिन्मरुत्वागम् इन्द्रसत्पते जनिता दिवो जनिता पृथिव्याः पिबासोमं मदायकं शतक्रतो यन्ते भागमधारयन् विश्वाः सेहानः पृतना उरुज्रय समप्सुजिन्मरुत्वागम् इन्द्रसत्पते जनिताश्वानां जनिता गवामसि पिबासोमं मदायकं शतक्रतो यन्ते भागमधारयन् विश्वाः सेहानः पृतना उरुज्रय समप्सुजिन्मरुत्वागम् इन्द्रसत्पते अत्रीणां स्तोममद्रिवो महस्कृधि पिबासोमं मदायकं शतक्रतो यन्ते भागमधारयन् विश्वाः सेहानः पृतना उरुज्रय समप्सुजिन्मरुत्वागम् इन्द्रसत्पते श्यावाश्वस्य सुन्वतस्तथा शृणुयता शृणो रत्रेः कर्माणि कृण्वतः प्रत्रसदस्युमाविथ त्वमेक इन्द्रुषाह्य इन्द्रब्रह्माणि वर्धयन् 37 प्रेदं ब्रह्मवृत्रतोर्येष्वाविथ प्रसुन्वतः शचीपत इन्द्रविश्वाभिभूतिभिः माध्यं दिनस्य सवनस्य वृत्रहन्नवेद्य अनेद्य विभासोमस्य वज्रिवः सेहान उग्रपृतना अभिद्रुहः शचीपत इन्द्रविश्वाभिभूतिभिः माध्यं दिनस्य सवनस्य वृत्रहन्ननेद्य पिबा सोमस्य वज्रिवः एकराळस्य भुवनस्य राजसि शचीपत इन्द्रविश्वाभिरोतिभिः माध्यं दिनस्य सवनस्य वृत्रहन्ननेद्य पिबासोमस्य वज्रिवः सस्तावानाय वयसि त्वमेक इच्छचीपत इन्द्र विश्वाभिरोतिभिः माध्यं दिनस्य सवनस्य वृत्रहन्ननेद्य पिबासोमस्य वज्रिवः क्षेमस्य च प्रयुजश्च त्वमीशि शेषचीपत इन्द्रविश्वाभिरोतिभिः माध्यं दिनस्य सवनस्य वृत्रहन्ननेद्य पिबासोमस्य वज्रिवः क्षत्राय त्वमवसि नत्वमाविथ शचीपत इन्द्रविश्वाभिरोतिभिः माध्यं दिनस्य सवनस्य वृत्रहन्ननेद्य पिबासोमस्य वज्रिवः श्यावाश्वस्य रेवतस्तथा शृणु यथा शृणो रत्रेः कर्माणि कृण्वतः प्रत्रसदस्युमाविथ त्वमेक इन्द्रुषाह्य इन्द्रक्षत्राणि वर्धयन् 38 यज्ञस्य हि स्तरुत्विजासस्नीवाजेषु कर्मसु इन्द्राग्नीतस्य बोधतं तोषासारथया वानावृत्रणापराजिताम् इन्द्राग्नीतस्य बोधतम् इदं वां मधिरं मध्व दुःक्षन्नद्रिभिर्नरः इन्द्राग्नीतस्य बोधतं जुषेथां यज्ञमिष्टये स्वतं सोमं सधस्तुति इन्द्राग्नी आगतन्नरा इमाजुषेत्युषेतां सवना येभिर्हव्यान्यूहतुः इन्द्राग्नी आगतन्नरा इमाङ्गायत्र वर्तरिं जुषेतां सुष्ठुतिं मम इन्द्राग्नी आगतन्नरा भ्रातर्यावभिरागतं देवेभिर्जेन्यावसोम् इन्द्राग्नी सोमभीतये श्यावाश्वस्य सुन्वतोत्रीणां शृणुतं हवम् इन्द्राग्नी सोमपीतये एवावामह्व ओतये यथा हुवन्त मेधिराः इन्द्राग्ने सोमपीतये अहं सरस्वतीवतोरिन्द्राग्न्योरवो वृणे याभ्यां यत्र मृच्यते 39 अग्निमस्तोऽश्रुग्मियमग्निमिळा यजध्यैम् अग्निर्देवा अनक्तु न उभेहि विदते कविरन्तश्चरति द्यूतम् नभन्तामन्यके समे न्यग्नेन व्यसावचस्तनूषु शंसमेषाम् न्यरातीरराव्नां विश्वा हर्यो अरातीरितो युच्छन्त्वामुरो स नभन्तामन्यके समे अग्ने मन्वानि तुभ्यं कङ्घृतन्न जुह्व आसने स देवेषु प्रचिकिद्धित्वं ह्यसि पूर्व्यः शिवो दूतो विवस्वतो नभन्तामन्यके समे तत्तदग्निर्वयो दधे यथा यथा कृपण्यति ऊर्जाहुतिर्वसूनां शंचयोश्च मयो दधे विश्वस्यै देवहोत्यै नभन्तामन्यके समे सचिकेत स हीयसाग्निश्चित्रेण कर्मणा सहोता शश्वतीनां दक्षिणाभिरभिवृत इनोति च पृथिव्यं नभन्तामन्यके समे अग्निर्जाता देवानामग्निर्वेद मर्तानामपीच्यम् अग्निः सद्रविणोदा अग्निर्द्वारा व्यूर्णुते स्वाहुतो नवीयसा नभन्तामन्यके समे अग्निर्देवेषु संवसुः सविक्षु यज्ञिया स्वा समुदा काव्या पुरुविश्वं भूमेव पुष्यति देवो देवेशो यज्ञियो नभन्तामन्यके समे यो अग्निः सप्तमानुषः श्रितो विश्वेषु सिन्धुषो तमागन्वत्रिपस्त्यं मन्धातुर्दस्युहन्तममग्निं यज्ञेशो भूर्यं नभन्तामन्यके समे अग्निस्त्रीणि त्रिधातून्याक्षेति विदथा कविः स त्रीरेकादशा इह यक्षच्च विप्रयच्च नो विप्रो धूतः परिष्कृतो नभन्तामन्यके समे त्वन्नो अग्न आयुषु त्वं देवेषु पूर्व्यवस्व एक इरज्यसि त्वामावह परिश्रुतः पर्यन्ति स्वसेतभो नभन्तामन्यके समे ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. Wow, wonderful Vedic chanting. Enjoyed, hope. Now, in very precise common sense thought today, discussion is very simple, 2-3 thoughts. First one is we have a very good amount of prayatna shakti, and we have a very good amount of prayatna avasara or avakasha or opportunity. So the power of efforts, and we have the opportunity of efforts, both of them. For what we are using them, we have to become conscious. The power for putting efforts and the opportunity for putting efforts. If these two, if we can somehow, anyhow, everyhow manage to utilize exclusively for spirituality and not wasting it in even an ounce of it, we are doing enormous good to our spiritual growth. Prayatna Shakti as well as the Prayatna Avakasha or opportunity. Opportunity of putting efforts. Power or abilities to put the efforts. Do we have or not? We have. Be conscious as to where they are moment to moment directed. Slowly shift all of that towards spirituality. All the efforts, power I have to put efforts. Let me put it for this Paramatma Tattva. And The opportunities throughout the day I am given. A day is a solid, beautiful gift that's given to us. Morning that 6 onwards or 5 onwards, up to 8 or 9 in the evening, those 14, 16 hours. What a beautiful thing. We have so much of opportunities of parishrama. We also have the Shakti for the Parishrama. It may not be infinite, but we have our Shakti, isn't it? Here is where the entire crux, where we are becoming samsarins or sadhakas. A samsari uses all these opportunities of efforts, abilities and powers of efforts only for the worldly things. And it is, endless thing. There's one after the other, the demands, the temptations, the seeming compulsions, obligations keep on falling in front of our eyes, appearing to us. We get convinced and we run for it. There's no end to them. That's called samsara. तत्व को जाने बिना वही चीज बार बार दूसरा करते रहना. That's another definition for samsara. Think about it. Today's time, whole day I have. I'm with myself most of the time. So I have an opportunity of putting my parishram. People do small, very less useful things with that opportunity of effort, which others can do, which can be foregone also, isn't it? Some places, some things are very essential. You cannot avoid doing them. But many things can be either avoided or the energy time given for that can be reduced. This economization of time and energy, you know, controlling or conserving it from using it for unwanted things and using it only for our adhyatmic sadhana is a really very good intelligence. So, the opportunities of effort, then the power to put efforts for spirituality. Think coolly it is. Second is what? Again, we have the opportunity for prayers. And again, the power for prayers. The Shakti abilities for Prarthana, then the Avasara, Avakasha opportunity for the Prarthana. Prarthana is a must. Bring it. In that Prarthana, both. We invoke our own inner dormant abilities. We also invoke the infinite powers of the Lord. There is somebody like I am the Jiva with my limited upadhis. There is Ishvara with infinite upadhis. Through the Sankalpa and Prarthana, I invoke my grace also. I invoke Paramatma's grace also. My own abilities, His grace. That's called Prarthana. So the power of prayers. You know, we have the power to pray. We are supposed to pray. We are given freedom to pray. We must pray. What for we are praying? Be conscious. Anything we pray for in the world, it will come to us, and that most unfortunate thing. Because once it comes, you have to go through it out of obligation. Then you will miss the spiritual goal. Very bad example, I tell you. You will not like it. You will beat me if I am available to you. See, once you get house, once you enter into any office, once you get married, once you get children, is it not the whole life is gone for them? Think about it. I'm just telling. And you asked for it, it came. Whether how much you have enjoyed it or not, that is absolutely subjective. But one common thing is we missed spirituality or not, honestly. Anything we ask, we get. That's the problem in the world. That asking is called prarthana. So prarthana shakti, shakti yukta prarthana only for adhyatmikata. Then avakasha for prarthana, opportunity. isn't it? That also, like the opportunity for the effort is throughout the day, the opportunity for the prayer also is throughout the day. And whatever the powers we have to perform, whatever the powers we have to pray, both of them have to be consciously, step by step, brought towards the Adhyatmikata. Think about it coolly. Let that clarity be there with us. Let that conviction be there with us very strong. What is the conviction? Once we are convinced, we will not think otherwise. That sort of conviction. And we have convictions and absolutely wrong. That's why we never think otherwise thinkings which are actually the wise thinkings. People are convinced so strongly that being worldly alone is the source of happiness. Therefore, come in spirituality, the real permanent happiness is given when all gurus and shastras are shouting at the pitch of their voice. They won't listen because they're convinced. So, conviction guides us. But is that conviction correct or not, authentic or not, useful or not? That wisdom we must have. So that's what we are saying here. The powerful conviction regarding my prarthana shakti, prarthana opportunity, my performance shakti and performance opportunity, effort shakti and efforts opportunity. I will utilize every ounce of them only for paramarthika, only for spirituality. And like whatever rupee I earn through my hard work, I'll use it for correct purpose. I'll not misuse it in troubling the society, nor I'll misuse it through any of the addictions for my own destruction. Every rupee I will use for my right purpose, for the society, for the divine work. एक रुपया मैं ऐसा यूज करूंगा. There are some rare specimens who think in this line. That's about money. In the same way, the power to put effort, the power to pray. We have. Let it be only for this consciously, exclusively, all the time. This much conviction and putting into practice the conviction, if we can achieve, things are happening. That's the meaning of karmanyeva adhikaraste. In doing this karma, you and I have adhikara. Mahaphaleshu kadachana is not that you will not be given result. Mahaphaleshu kadachana means you don't worry at all. You shall be blessed with the result. Just like if you don't put the effort, you will never get result. So too, when you put the effort, you will definitely get result. Sometimes with our lesser efforts, you disappoint yourself because of getting less results than expected. But there can be chances, opportunities in you that you can overweight your own expectation in getting the results by your own super performance. होता है कि नहीं? मैं जो रिजल्ट एक्सपेक्ट कर रहा हूँ उससे ज्यादा भी रिजल्ट आ सकता है जब मेरा परिश्रम बढ़िया होता है. तो पुट योर फोकस ऑन द परिश्रम. कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते. You outfit yourself in your performance, the results also will surprise you. There's a meaning of karmanyevadhikaraste mafaleshu. That quotation we are using here to this discussion. That power of efforts, power of prayer. Opportunity of efforts, opportunity of prayer. Both of them we have. Power may be not infinite, but opportunities all through the day. Use it. Every moment we have to use, every occasion. We have to steal our time for these things. If we can avoid the things of the world, fully avoid them. Let the world do it. Let the Ishvara do it. Our job is to become introverted and know the reality. All those notions that without me the world will not run, I am very important, I have to do this and that, all of them are correct at one point of our life's evolution. वो तो बचपना है. Right now is the time of sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraj. Isn't it? Once this spiritual knowledge we are exposed to, spiritual truth we are exposed to, spiritual self as a goal we have chosen too, then how can there be a contradiction? अगर परमात्मा प्राप्ति हमारा लक्ष्य है, वो हमारे भीतर है, तो उनको पाने के लिए उसी के लिए सब मेहनत करनी है, तो बाकी सब ऑब्वियसली छोड़ना पड़ता है. What's difficulty in understanding it? What's difficulty in getting convinced about it? So a convinced, strongest utilization of our powers of ability, performance, and the prayers, opportunity of performance and prayers only for the divine. First thought today, be mindful about it. Think twice, thrice, as many times as it requires to get clear understanding and conviction. Second is, what do we mean therefore by applying our power and efforts, power of prayers and power of efforts for spirituality is only this much. Just close eyes, look within, see your equipment, the mana, antakarana. Just pull all its attention, be attentive, from anything other than Paramatma towards the Paramatma. That's it. You understood? This is what the entire spirituality about. And about that Paramatma, the Siddhanta Jnana we have to have, the place of its availability we must know, the way to discover him we must know. All that is what is the subject matter discussed in Upanishads. So therefore, pulling our mind away from the worldly things, putting that mind in pursuit of all these things is called what is said as spiritual sadhana, for which our power of ability, efforts, and power of prayers has to be utilized. Itna hi. Again and again, mind goes into the outer worldly names and forms and things. Again and again, pull it towards Paramatma. है ना? आत्म यतो यतो निश्चरति मनः चञ्चलमस्थिरं ततस्ततो नियम्यैतत् आत्मन्येव वशं नयेत् शनैः शनैरुपरमेत बुद्ध्या धृतिगृहीतया. See, धृतिगृहीतया बुद्ध्या. With the buddhi which is convinced about the Paramatma as the goal who is inside me, shanai shanai parameto. The entire attention of mind should be paramet, withdrawn from everything other than Paramatma. Then what is to be done? Atma samstam manaha krutva. Like the mana, the antakarana, the attention is only towards the Atma Vastu. Toward the Atma Vastu means to understand the Atma Swarupa Lakshanas, to understand the Atma Vastu Prapti Sthala, Atma Vastu Prapti Sadhanas. In gaining this knowledge, the entire mind's attention should be paid. Once the clarity comes about all of that, obviously in the heart, the Paramatma is to be discovered as Sachidananda. When the Siddhanta Jnana is Spashta, what is to be done with the Antakarana? Again that only. This is called spirituality. Siddhanta Jnana Spashtata, then according to the Jnana, the pursuit to realize the inner self, these two are called as Adhyatmika Sadhanas. All our ability to perform, ability to pray should be used only for this. Here, the ability or power to prayer should be used only for this means what? Oh Lord, give me that spashtata of Siddhanta Jnana. Give me the required amount of prerana, inspiration to pursue it. Give me the Shakti to pursue it. May I not get distracted for any reason. This is called prarthana using for it. That's the meaning of Bhadram Karnevihi Shunyama, Bhadram Pashyema Akshavihi. That's the meaning of Shanno Mitraha Sham Varunaha. That's the meaning of Yaha Chandasa Mrishabho Vishwarupaha. That's the meaning of Stiraihi Angaihi Tushtuam Satanubihi Vyashema Devaitam. That's the meaning of Apyayantu Mamangani. You see, every of the mantras, what we have done in all of them, used our Prarthana Shakti, praying to that Paramatma to put us in the Adhyatmic Sadhana Marga only. Do it consciously, do it knowingly, do it relentlessly, do it without giving any distractions or gaps, giving chance to any distractions. This is what we are all the time supposed to do. While trying to do it, to begin with, it's always a zero level. कुछ हर एक चीज जीरो से ही स्टार्ट होता है. But as we start doing, that becomes one, that becomes two, that becomes three. So do and keep on maintaining the doing, then we can see the ability to do also goes on growing and increase. Like in everywhere. Keep on swimming, you become perfect in it. Keep on driving, become perfect in it. Keep on cooking, you become perfect in it. Keep on giving lectures, you become perfect in it. So keep on doing these things. The easiness comes, the perfection start happening, isn't it? And of course, goes without saying every time, even if it is not said, please keep it in the mind that it is already said. What is it? While doing all of that, whatever the outer inner obstacles have to come, they come. You did not tell about these, बोल तो एक बार बोल दिया तो समझ लो. Depending on the place we are, the relativities we have around, the obligation we have, the other duties we have, the prarabdhas we have, those things will happen. Isn't it? Like when we take a car and drive on the road, how many things are there? And the quality of the matter material used to lay the road, and the way the road is laid, and the twists and turns, and the opposite traffic, how many things affect our journey? They also have their influence. It can't be just like that neglected. When the turnings are there more, you have to go very slow. When the height is there, you have to go slow. When the slope is there, then also you have to be very careful. Not only that, your own car, isn't it? Every part of it, with what material and precision it is made, that also plays a role. Four tires are there. Three tires are made with good quality material. One was made at one part, not a good material. That is enough to get puncture. वैसा ही तो पंक्चर होता है ना. क्यों पंक्चर हुआ? That part of the tire has got wearing and tearing, or what do you say, made with less quality material. हो जाता है वो. It's not in your control, isn't it? एक चीज ठीक चल रहा है, दूसरा क्यों नहीं चल रहा? बिकॉज उस समय वो मटेरियल ठीक नहीं हो. ऐसे हजारों एग्जाम्पल्स. Not only these two, the third thing also is there. That day, your stomach position, your mind's mode and mood, and the other people who are seated in your car, very loving, good people are there whom you love, then you are full of enthusiasm, inspiration. And if you are carrying the load of somebody whom you don't like, है ना, एक बाबा जी को लेके जा रहे हो मानो, जिनको नहीं चाहते हो, then their driving is very frustrating. Or somebody. How many things are influencing? You can't neglect them. You can't underestimate their influence. In the same way, when we are on this path, the influences are there. Second point is this one. Very clear about. Be conscious. Now the third one is what? While we are trying for this effort of pulling ourselves from the world away toward the Paramatma, see the amount of thoughts that are coming in the mind, amount of the thoughts about the objects, about the experiences, about the people, about the events. How many are gushing and gurgling every moment? Observe it. And then understand that means so many vasanas are there in me. That means so much habitually I, by neglecting my mind, allowed it to be like this as it is now. So much I unduly valued the things and beings that they have occupied my mind so much that I am not able to achieve what I want to achieve. This is the most crucial thing in the spiritual understanding, spiritual efforts. I must realize, like the India must realize, that this much useless value is given to the America. This less much useless value is given to IMF. India should withdraw its contribution to IMF. Otherwise, they will give money to Pakistan, who will throw bombs on us. That 3% is our money in IMF. We should not give. What will happen? Let us see. Many countries, the England, the other countries, they have withdrawn from contributing to IMF. Even from UN, we can come out. We will not be part of you. You are not understanding our problem. You are always favoring the enemies. In spite of our showing all the evidences, that we are attacked again, again, again. You still support them, you useless fellows. You should withdraw from them. We should understand that we have, out of our over goodness, overvalued them. Isn't it? In the same way, if we are spiritual seekers, we must realize and rectify this mistake of unduly giving importance to so many things and beings and situations and events that they have fully occupied our mind so much powerfully that though minute ke liye we can't steadily take the name of the Lord, we cannot steadily focus our attention at the feet of our Guru. If these things we cannot do, then when can we are expected to remember the mantras of Upanishads and with the Bhashya and then contemplate on them and delve deep in that contemplation? ये तो सपने में भी नहीं होगा. This each one has to realize. Nobody is telling us. They are informing us. We have to realize, oh, I am this much lost that per moment thousands of thoughts of the world are coming. See that my quarrel with the neighbors, my quarrel with the what do you call colleagues, my quarrel with the wife or husband, children, my everybody quarrel only we do, and everybody insults me. And then I want to have so many of the bhoga enjoyments, and these things are available there. Then I have to procure them like that. These are the nonsensical thoughts that are coming to us when we are sitting on the seat of meditate on reality. कहाँ परमात्मा का ध्यान के लिए बैठे और क्या वृत्तियां मन में आ रही. I have to realize it. Then I have to accept the mistake, the fact that it was my mistake so far done. That I spoiled my mind so much so that I'm not able to pursue my beautiful, convinced goal of spirituality effectively efficient. Here is now the time I have to rectify my mistakes. And how to rectify the mistake? The fourth point is what? Ki whatever the things and beings without which I cannot live, I thought, are not that much important. I can be without them. I can be at least without the thought of them. And I must be. In this way, by devaluing all the things, see, whatever the thing I am involving in anticipation of happiness, it may be giving not happiness, maybe pleasure, even maybe for a fraction of a second, but more than that, it is binding me. More than that, it is exhausting me. More than that, it is making me weakened. It is extra making me extroverted. Is it not? Think about it. Any intelligence, whatever we had, how much pleasure it gave. Honestly, सोचो. Like if I have eaten an ice cream, कितना pleasure मिला उससे? एक सेकंड, 2 सेकंड, 1 मिनट, 2 मिनट. But the amount of the time spent to go to the shop, to and the money spent you paid to him, and you procured it, it's so cold, then you waited for it, then little by biting it, pleasure कितना मिल रहा है, उसके लिए कीमत कितना हम चुका है. And can't we live without it? Basic question is this. One question we discussed 6 months back. One basic question we have to ask is, can't I live without that? If I cannot live, only then I have to pursue it. If I can live without it, it's not worthy of pursuing. Worldly things I am talking. Huh? Don't say, Swami, we can live without your class also. You have proved already by your 90 years of age. Every moment you proved that, we realize your greatness, that you can live without any satsang and any adhyatmika knowledge or pursuit. We know that. Don't use this knowledge here. There we are talking. जिसके बिना मैं रह सकता हूं उसको छोड़ो. See the amount of time we spent in TV and all. What is the pleasure in it? Some movie, is there any meaning in it? We are already suffering with the realistically appearing our own imaginary life. And in that we add another imaginary cinema taking it as real and go through it and allow all those impressions to form in your mind. And you are seated for meditation and you want to be spiritual. How can you do that? Only those thoughts will come. Now, if all of these things are not minded, then we are not matured spiritual seeker. We are not taking carefully, like a doctor. Boss ऐसे injection फोक दिया. No, that's not a doctor. He should properly take that whatever spirit or जो भी कहते हो properly rub करके exactly if it is muscular or it is vein वाला intravenous properly ढूंढ कर seeing that the minimum pain is there to the patient वो लगा के properly करके he should take out. It is called perfection in that profession. अब ऐसे के ठोक दिया जैसे बफेलो को करते हैं, you cannot do. Every work can be done and can be perfectly done. There are two things. Whether your own makeup also, your dressing also, हर चीज किया जा सकता है, perfectly भी किया जा सकता. करना is not important. Many of us focus on karna. Only rare gems focus on perfectly karna. Perfectly करो तभी you will get perfect results. Anything has to be. Best, mukta sangha samachara, samyak achara. Lord Krishna in Gita says to us. So here also, taking all these things into account is spirituality. Yeah, it needs attention. It needs lot of patience, energy. Oh, ये सब मिलकर ही तो आध्यात्मिक साधना कहते हैं ना. Just like that नहीं होता. Like a student who wants to become doctor or engineer, he should understand right from beginning that his strongest, hardest efforts begin without end from the moment he conceives that goal. He should accept it. That to get through those competitive exams itself, he'll have to work so many hours. Once he gets it and gets the seat, till he comes out of that college with highest marks, every day is a struggle to him. You cannot compromise. Even after the study is over, when he gets a job anywhere, till he gets retired, every day will have to work. Whether it's a politician, whether it is a, what do you call them, any of the civil servants, any of the professionals, every one of them, you cannot stop your struggle. If the government of India would stop struggling, everywhere within a days of time, entire development collapses. Relentlessly they are working. Even spiritual people, even for me, if I don't take classes every day, all what a little I know, I'll forget it. I have to be on my toes. सुबह दोपहर शाम लगे रहो तभी there's a meaning to my life or living. In the same way, in spirituality, effort is there. It has to be. And that's where the lazinesses, whichever are there, they have to be conquered. वही struggle है, उससे बाहर आना. Then you have to think why that laziness is coming. Is the wrong food eaten? Is that energy is wasted in nonsense channels? How to conserve? ये सारा फिर how to develop my alertness, quiet, सब मिलकर साधना होता है. Like driving. You are driving smooth road. अगर कोई बारिश हुआ तो you have to negotiate. गड्ढा है तो you have to negotiate. Opposite traffic है तो you have to negotiate. आगे कोई गाड़ी रुकी है तो you have to see your travel has to be continuous, managing all the problems and routine sort. कहीं डाइवर्शंस होते हैं, कहीं डिटूर होते हैं, कहीं 3 घंटे रुकना पड़ता है. Isn't it? Life also. Life in general, life particular spiritual has to be like that only. Is like that only for everyone. And please see, anybody who have become Mahatmas or great achievers, not they have achieved because of what I say, क्या है, just like that, accidentally, no. They had more difficulties than us. They accepted them and they negotiated through. That's why they became great. Don't never think कि उनको कोई problems नहीं थे इसलिए वो successful हो गए. ना, ज्यादा problems थे. उन problems को ये they have successfully negotiated. That's why they reach. Nobody in this world is given reservations by the Lord. SC, ST, BC. भगवान ऐसे बेवकूफ नहीं है. He gives reservations and preferences only to those who work hard. जो मेहनत करते उसी को मौका भगवान देते. Bhagavan will not spoil his garment, but his whole world by giving opportunity to the useless fellows. He has no that type of nonsensical sympathy and emotion or political gaining thought that it will cost the whole world's evolution. No, बेवकूफ नहीं है भगवान ऐसे, isn't it? He is intelligent. He will give chance only to those who are working hard. So therefore, all these things are to be minded, and that is called as complete maturity in the spirituality. So let us be mindful of each of these things, always with alertness. So the performance power, performance opportunity, power of prayers, opportunity of prayers, utilizing for spirituality. Point 1. Point 2, what is spirituality? Point 3, what are the obstacles? Point 4, how we by Pratipaksha Bhavana, etc., we have to reduce our own self-created obstacles. These are the 4 thoughts we have discussed today. Very crucial, think about them. Thank you. Om, 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 Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsharshibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyah. Om Yerime Guruvi Purvam Badavakya Pramanadah Vyakhyata Sarva Vedanta Hatan Nityam Pranatosmyam. Om Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badrayanam Sutrabhasha Kruta Vande Bhagavanto Punah Punah Nidaya Sarva Vidyanam Vishaje Bhavaroganam Gurave Sarvalokanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Shruti Smriti Purana Namalayam Karunalayam Namah Bhagavad Shankaram Lokashankaram. Om Bhavayeva Bhavaniti Menitaram Samajayata Chedasi Gautukita Mamavare Mohamaha Jaladim Bhavashankara Deshikame Sharanam. Om Brahmanandam Varma Sugadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dandvatitam Gagana Sadusham Tattvamasya Lakshmekam Nityam Valamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunaraitam Sadgurantam Namami Parabrahmane Shruti MAATRE Samasta ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदाचार्येभ्यो नमः. संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षकैवल्यप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्तिश्रद्धात्मकप्रगत्यर्थम् अस्मिन् सनातनसंस्थापने कङ्कणबद्ध अस्माकं सर्वेषां निरन्तर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराममन्दिरवत् शिवकृष्णात् समस्त मन्दिराणाम् आश्रमाणां पुण्यदिव्य क्षेत्राणां विश्वविद्यालय भूभागादीनां पुनर्वाप्ते देश निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापन उपासना यज्ञयाग साधना सेवा तपस्या प्रार्थनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्म सेवाभ्यंतर शत्रूणां शाश्वतरूपेण समूलनिर्मूलनार्थं भारतवर्षे विश्वे अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिकैन्दव संस्कृतेः सुसंप्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थं विश्वे मोक्षधर्म पुरुषार्थ प्रतिष्ठा द्वारा विश्व संरक्षणाभिवृद्ध्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्म दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्म भगवद देवता गुरुशास्त्र सत्संग साधना सेवा माता पितृ देश धर्म सनातन भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आद्यशंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थम वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. ओम नित्यानंदम निराधारम निखिलाधारम अव्ययम निगमाद्यगतम नित्यम नीलकंठं नमाम्यहम्. ओम अथ चतुर्थोऽध्यायः. Can we chant from the mantras 20, 21, 22? Om न सन्दृशे तिष्ठति रूपमस्य न चक्षुषा पश्यति कश्चनैनं हृदाद्भीरुः प्रपद्यते रुद्रयत्ते दक्षिणं मुखं तेन मां पाहि नित्यं मानस्तोके तनये मान आयुषी मानो गोषु मानो अश्वेषु रीरिषः वीरान्मानो रुद्रभामितो मधीः अविश्वन्तः सदमित्वा हवामहे. ओम शांति शांति शांति. So hope this slok number Narayana 9 is thoroughly understood. Chandamsi yajnah kratavo vratani भूतं भव्यं यच्च वेदा वदन्ति अस्मात् मायि सृजते विश्वमेतत् तस्मिंश्चान्यो मायया सन्निरुद्धः. The most crucial thoughts of Vedanta are these thoughts, these shloka, especially in the last two lines. What is said? See, remember these things. One, pure Parabrahman. He is intact. Second, that pure Parabrahman with his Maya Shakti becomes Ishvara. While appearing as Ishvara, he has not lost his Brahmasthiti. Like the man when he plays the play of husbandhood, he has not lost his manhood. Okay, he is man still intact. Husband or father, he is playing the play, but is he losing his husband, his manhood? No. So too, the Brahman, while playing the play of Ishvara, is not losing his Brahmasthit. दो बातें हो गई. So this Ishvara with his Maya Shakti, what is making his own self? Who is his self? The Brahman only, as the Upadana Nimitta Karana. So while making the Brahman as Upadana Nimitta Karana, has he really made that Brahman as Upadana Nimitta? No. Then what? Projected only. That's the crucial thought. So the Upadanatva Nimittatva of Brahman for the subsequent creation of the Jagat is only projection. Otherwise, the Brahman really has become Upadana Nimitta, then Brahman is no more there as Brahman. Then nobody can realize him. Then there is no moksha. But that's not the case. Even now, people are meditating, realizing Brahman. So the Brahman is intact. Therefore, he has not become the world, but he is the substratum of the world. Then he is the Upadana Nimitta. Which type of Upadana Nimitta? Projected. So that Ishvara, his Maya Shakti, kya kar raha hai? Making Parabrahma appear as Karana. Which Karana? Upadana Nimitta. Naturally, when he is Karana, from that the Karya comes. The whole Karya is what was said earlier. Chandam se yajna karto vratane, then bhutamani bhavyam ityadi. Uh, all of that includes the entire universe. All of that is a karya, the effect. Now, when the karana itself is kalpita, how can the karya be real? This is what we have to digest. Not exposed to this knowledge, we have taken the effect as real. We have taken the cause, became the cause real. That's out of ignorance. That's the knowledge now Upanishad is giving. Our duty to gain this knowledge, then what do you call, get convinced about this knowledge through this type of contemplation. So asmat mayi srujate vishwametat, we are focusing on this line. That mayi, the Ishvara, asmat from this Akshara Brahma only, etat, the entire Vishwam, the word srujate, creating. So therefore the created world also projection, the cause of this world, the Upadana Nimitta Karanatva of the Brahman is projection. Brahman is not projection. Brahman is reality. On him, the Upadana Nimittatva is projected. From that, the whole world is projected. That is called up Maya's power. Again, therefore, Maya, without touching or disturbing Parabrahman, it has its own power to project the on Brahman, Upadanatva Nimittatva, from that Upadanamitta Karana, from that the entire world. Through the Mahatattva, through the Samishti Ankara, then each Ankara expressing as this, ये सारा जो है कल्पित ही है ना? Like in the newspaper kaho या in iron rod or any plastic, you mold it into so many shapes. Alata Shanti Prakaranam of Mandu. All of them showing us some or the other shape is only projected. है ना? जैसे इन गुड ओल्डन डेज, अब कैसा है पता नहीं है कि वो जो चावल को ठीक करने वाले चीज या गमला, इन दैट बास्केट्स टू कैरी फ्लावर्स, दे ऑल वर मेड with those things brought out of the plant tree. वो सब उसको ऐसा ऐसा करते रहते हैं. It's only projected. or that lady in New Delhi buses in winter or in Bombay in train, 2 घंटे सफर करना है. What she does, takes that wood, that lump of the thread, there are needles on her toe, ऐसो ऐसो करती रहती है. Within 4 days you will see a sweater coming out of it. What is sweater? It's projected only, though it is useful. In the same way, though it is coming in our Vyavaharik Anubhuti, the entire Jagat, what we see of Sthola Sukshma Karana Veshti Samashti, are the projected effects. And the cause also projection. Then what is reality? The Brahman. Brahman is, from the Paramatma standpoint, from the Jagat standpoint, is the Nimitta Upadana Karana Abhinna. But from his own standpoint, he is Karya Karana Vilakshana. Neither causeless in him, therefore, no effect has come out of him. He is intact all the time. This is Vedanta. This is Vedanta Siddhanta. That reality we have to realize on the seat of meditation. To reach to that heights of meditation, we have to manage our mind intellect. That managing our mind intellect is making it pure, making subtle, making it introverted. All of that are achieved through the Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, the Ashtanga Yoga, the value oriented life, the life lived according to Dharma. All these five, Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, Value Yukta Jivana, and Dharmika Jivana. These five cater for our Antakarana's purification, which will help us in gaining the Siddhanta Jnana, doing the sadhana, and getting the anubhuti of what is said so far. This Guru, whoever is saying it, is not projecting, he is not teaching us, he is telling us his experience. That I am the Brahman, now I am the Ishvara, with my own Maya Shakti as Ishvara, I project myself, the Brahman, as Upadana Nimitta, project what is important. Under quotes, underlined, capitals. Then from this projected Upadana Nimitta, I am projecting the Karya Rupa Jagat in that systematic process. All of that is projection. Like systematically, she is moving the sweater, but that also brought a projection only. Because to bring out the sweater, that's how the needles have to be moved. That system. वो भी माया में ही एक खेल होता है. This is what the world will see. This is the most important first topic. Second topic क्या है कि to into this created world, Paramatma entering and identifying with various sets of the things. Anna, he is now appearing to be bound. That also is Maya. That's the fourth line. Asmat Mayi Srujite Vishameta, third line. Tasminsha Anyaha Mayaya Saniruddhaha. Anna, Tasmin Saniruddhaha, Tasmin Anyaha Iva Saniruddhaha, Tasmin Mayaya Anya Iva Saniruddhaha. Tasmin means in the created world. Saniruddhaha is caught up, is bound. What is the bondage there? Anyaha. The Anyatva. Forgets that he is the substratum of all of that. And why that is happening? That is also Maya. Okay, now one thing what we have to add here is what? That Maya, because of which we are caught up in the created world by us, that Maya alone has again the antidote also to come out of that bondage and realize the self. This is called in some other technical languages, the binding Maya is called Avidya Maya, the liberating Maya is called Vidya Maya. And the binding effect is by the Maya Prakruti's true gunas of Rajastamas, and the liberating effect is by the Sattvic guna of the Maya or the Prakriti. In the same world, the Guru, the Daiva, their upasanas, which become part of this illusory world only, become the cause of moksha. In the same world, the other than the Guru, Shastra, Adhyayana, Adhyatmik Sadhana, Daiva Upasana, everything also is a part of the Maya Prakriti that becomes cause of bondage. लाइक एक खाना तबीयत ठीक करती है, एक खाना तबीयत खराब करती है. एक तरह का कर्म हमें तरक्की पे ले जाता है, दूसरा दुष्ट कर्म हमको गिराता है. डूइंग दाना इज एन एक्शन, लिफ्ट्स अस. चोरी करना इज आल्सो एन एक्शन, पुल्स अस डाउन. Loving somebody gives us peace and happiness. Hating somebody burns our heart. Both are thoughts only. Understood? In the same way, in the Maya Kruta is Jagat only. One aspect binds us, other aspects liberates us. Like one thorn pierces into my leg and gives me pain. Another thorn removes that thorn and relieves me from that pain. Isn't it? Are you understanding how the Maya works? So we should take up the Vidya Maya. That is the Guru, the Shastra Adhyayana, then our Antakarna meditating on that. All of that is part of Maya only, mind you, but the one helps us go beyond. Like in the dream only, some experience, like we drowned in water or a lion is chasing us, part of dream only, but that wakes us up. बड़ा आग लग गया है, ऐसा कुछ भयंकर एक्सपीरियंस होते ही अचानक हम उठ जाते हैं. That experience is part of dream only, but helped in waking us up. So to remember Guru, Shastra, Satsanga, Adhyatmika Sadhana, Antakarana Shuddhi, none of them are there in pure Parabrahman. They all are part of Maya only, but they help us in coming out of Maya. That we have to pursue. That we can, this knowledge we can add to this point. यहाँ तो इतना कहा अस्मात् मायि सृजते विश्व में तत तस्मिन् शान्यो माया संनिरुद्धः. Then with the same Maya you can come out also. जिस रस्सी से कुएं में गिरते हो उसी रस्सी को पकड़कर बाहर आ जाओ. बुरे दोस्तों से फंस गए ऐसे अच्छे दोस्तों से अच्छा बन जाएंगे. See that in this world. That's how the जड़ चेतन गुण दोषमय विश्वकीन कर्तार संत हंस गुण गहिपया परिहरि पारि विकार. तुलसी रामायण. जड़ चेतन गुण दोषमय विश्व कीन कर्तार संत हंस, संत नामक हंस गुण गहिपय, दूध के समान का गुणों को ग्रहण करता है. परिहरि वारी विकार, तो जल रूपी विकार को त्याग कर गुण रूपी दूध जैसे सद्गुणों को संत स्वीकार करता है. सो क्लैरिटी नो सेम इज हियर. नाउ वी गो टू द नेक्स्ट पावरफुल मंत्र. कृष्ण वासुदेवा, द 10th one. इन दिस पूर्वोक्तायाः प्रकृतेः मायात्वम्. याद रख लेना. Be conscious, be matured, be deep and subtle to feel the meaning of every sentence. Yesterday also we said and stopped there. Today also we are doing it. Purvoktayaha prakrutehe mayatvam. Okay. Whatever we call it as prakriti, in which the one side the Panchamahabhuta made world is there. Other side, the cause of Panchamahabhutas called as Tanmatras. For the Tanmatras, the cause is the Tamasika, Rasika, Satvika, Ahankara. For that, the cause is Mahatattva. All of that is called Prakriti. ये सारा प्रकृति को माया कहते हैं. पूर्वोक्तायाः प्रकृतेः मायात्वम्. Till you catch this point, pause there and contemplate in your homework. पूर्वोक्तायाः प्रकृतेः मायात्वम् means the prakriti which was said earlier, all of that is accounted as Maya. Thought 1. Thought 2, tad adhishtatru. And what is the adhisthana of that Maya? The prakriti. Very clearly, categorically, undoubtedly, our Shankara Bhagavan is saying it. Let us listen and catch it. Tad adhishtatru Satchidananda Rupa Brahmanaha. That Satchidananda Rupa Brahman alone is the adhisthana for that Maya, for that Prakriti and all its modifications. Which type of adhisthana he is? Himself is not at all changing. But with his own that Maya Shakti is appearing as the Abhinna Nimitta Upadana Karana, which we explained just 10 minutes back. So, Maya, Purvokta Prakrutayaha Mayitvam, Tad Adhishtatru Satchidananda Brahmanaha, of that Brahman, Tad Upadi Vashat. Whenever he is under the Vasha or using of, Vasha is not only under control, Vasha means when it is when he is utilizing that Upadi, the Maya, then what is happening to him? Mayitvam. He is Mayi. So there are the three things. One is pure Parabrahman, whose nature is Satchidananda. 2, there is his Maya Shakti. 3, Without using Maya Shakti, he is pure Sachidananda Brahma. With using Maya Shakti, he is now Ishvara. At that level of Ishvaratva, isn't it? He is called MAAYI when he is functioning through that Maya. While happening so, his Sachidananda Brahma Tattva has not got distracted or disturbed. वो हमेशा इंटैक्ट रहता है. सो पूर्वोक्तायाः प्रकृतेः मायात्वं तद अधिष्ठातृ सच्चिदानंद स्वरूप ब्रह्मणः तद उपाधि वशात् मायित्वं च. These are the two things. Feel more and more clearly about these thoughts which are said now. So Brahma is Adhisthana. That Adhisthana Brahma through the Upadhi of the Maya is Mahi the Ishwar. So Brahman is Adhisthana with this Prakriti, the Maya as a Upadhi, he is Ishvara who is called here as Mahi. These are the two things now. The third is very crucial. He Chidrupasya, again of that same Brahman who is Chidrupasya, Maya Vashat, because of the Maya, Kalpita Avayava Bhutaihi. On that Chidrupa Paramatma, again with this Maya Shakti, all the Avayavas are Kalpita. With those Kalpita Avayavas, which are they? Karya Karana Sanghatai. The Karya, the Stula Sharira, the Karana, all the Jnanendriyas, Karmendriyas, Antakarana, Sanghata means the assemblage of them. At the total level is called Ishvara. Ishwar ka pura sharir is his Karya. That's called Virat Rupa. And total Sukshma sharir is Karana, is called as Hiranyagarbha. So for the Ishvara, the Karya is Virat Purusha, the Karana is the Hiranyagarbha. टोटल लेवल में. इंडिविजुअल लेवल में every one of us have our own karya, the sthula sharira, the karana, the inner 14 equipments. This karya karana assembly has become one individual. Karya karana sanghat. Yours, mine, the third person, the fourth person, the elephant, the buffalo, every one of them have the karya karana sanghat. Individually. Totally Ishvara also has got the karya, the virat rupa, the karana, the hiranyagarbha rupa. So all these Karyakarana Sanghata kya hai? Projected avayavas on the Brahman. That's the point. Ki Maya Kalpita Avayava Bhutaihi Karyakarana Sanghata. So with this projected Karyakarana assemblies at the individual and total level, Sarvam Bhuradidam Paridrushyamanam Jagat Vyaptam. The entire scene Jagat starting from Bhuloka, all other lokas are permeated by this. Now see the completeness and importance of this thought. So basic point is what? The entire Bhuradi lokas are permeated by whom? Basically by the Adhisthana Brahman only. But are we seeing the Adhisthana Brahman? No. What are we seeing? Individual and total level में Karyakarana Sanghata. That Karyakarana Sanghata is projected by the Maya. That is called Ishvara's work he is doing. And who is Ishvara? The Brahman only with the Maya Shakti Upadhi. In the first listening of these thoughts, it appears to be very tough, very difficult, very vague, non acceptable. But 10, 20, 30 times minimum when you listen, contemplate, then the knowledge starts sinking in. That's what we are patiently coming to the class every day to gain that abilities by Shruti Mata Kripa, Guru Kripa, Bhagavad Kripa, that we are able to grasp that essential essence knowledge. That's what is discussed here in this earlier mantra bhashya and the sambandha bhashya to this mantra. So the Adhisthana Brahma only, on him the avayavas kalpita. Kalpita are never satya. For us to see with the kalpita avayavas, the entire Bhuradi lokas are vyapta. So therefore, for us, Bhuradi lokas are there. Point 1. 2. Bhuradi lokas are permeated by Karyakarana Sanghata. The beings are there. Third, All these Karyakarana Sanghatas with which all the lokas are permeated are only kalpita by the Maya Shakti of the Ishvara. On whom? The Adhisthana. Which is Adhisthana? Sachidananda Brahma. They were all the Bhuradi lokas finally permeated by whom? Sachidananda Brahma. So the gold is the material. On that, with this goldsmith's Maya Shakti, okay, the Rupa Namatmaka of the what you call Upadhis are, sorry, the Avaranas are Kalpita. And with all the Avaranas hanging here and there is the gold ornaments showroom. That is a Jagat. So gold ornaments showroom is a Jagat. In that so many ornaments are hanging, that is called Karyakarana Sanghata. Each of those Karyakarana Sanghata are nothing but Kalpita by the goldsmith. On what? The Adhisthana Sachidananda Brahma, which is gold there. Therefore, all the ornaments hanging in that whole showroom finally are permeated by whom? The gold only. That gold we have to realize. That Brahman we have to realize on the seat of meditation. Other than that Brahman, all of that, how much ever realistic the ornaments are appearing, utilized in various parts of the body, still they are projected. And this projected we took as real and we were suffering. And in that projected, always when it is projected, is rejected also. जो कल्पित है तो विकल्पित भी होता है ना. And we are suffering because of those vikalpanas which are inevitable. That is what in Gita exactly we are talking. Jatasya dhruvo mrityuhu dhruvam janma mritasya cha. What is the jatasya there? Kalpitasya. कल्पित रूप नाम का मृत्यु जरूर होता है. और उससे पहले टॉपिक में नासतो विद्यते भावः, the 5-7 shlokas, they talked about the Brahman which is intact, which never gets modified, never gets died, never is born. So the gold never is born, never modifying, never dying. On the gold, the projected Rupanama we call as ornamentation, that is getting born, getting modified, getting died. Seeing that we are suffering and that modification is not available. So what is the goal? Accept the modifiable projections as modifiable and never changing, never dying Brahman, you realize as yourself. So I am Brahman, who is never born and dying, on whom the entire Rupanama are projected only to get rejected. That's a play. I need not worry about it much. I am not getting destroyed. That's the meaning of what was said is, when the upadhis are born, I am not born. When the upadhis change, I am not changing. When the upadhis die, I don't die. That we have to aim it as our goal. Think about it. So, Karyakarana Sanghataye Sarvam Bhuradi Idam Paridusyamanam Jagat Vyaptam Cha Iti Aha. That's the purpose of this next shloka. So, the Sambandha Bhashya is so essential to give completeness to these shlokas, our understanding. Shloka is complete for our clear understanding. Let us chant it. Mayam tu prakritim vidyat, mainam tu maheshwaram, tasyavayava bhutaisto, vyaptam sarvamidam jagat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Let us continue tomorrow. Om 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 Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Paramashubhyo Parabrahmane Shruti Matre Namaha Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. Friends, help yourself by being regular to the classes with prepared mind. Thank you. Now join for Gita.